Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Alyssa. I'm a 25-year-old first-time mom and my son's name is Reese. Please ignore whatever the heck is going on with my hair tonight. It's just been one of those days, but I did recently get my nails done. My sister is very talented, so I guess that kind of maybe cancels it out. I'm not really sure. Regardless, I am here to talk all about my 11 to 12 month essentials. It's kind of come full circle and kind of bittersweet because we started this series, if you've been here since the beginning, with newborn, and we have been doing it all year long, talking about all different stages of things that I have found to be the most useful in navigating parenthood. And so to finally be here sharing all the things that I think will kind of top us off into that final category of 11 to 12 months. Let's start with the first one, and that is going to be pouch toppers. Now, I think either my mom or my sister sent me these on a Instagram reel, and it was like the best thing because I do not like mess. Y'all know this. And so when Reese decided that he wanted to be a grown man and independent and hold his pouches, he doesn't understand the concept that when you squeeze it, it's just gonna fly everywhere. And so it always kind of just became a battle of me trying to hold it and feed it to him while him trying to grab it and me fighting him off so he doesn't squeeze it. And basically, I got sent this reel and it is the best thing ever. They're little caps you just screw right on top of your pouches. They work with many different brands, many of the brands you can find at Target or Stop and Shop. And they're so great because when you squeeze it, it truly doesn't explode everywhere. He does just have to kind of suck it like you would like a Go-Gurt. And it works beautifully. It comes in a 2-pack. They're not neutral. I looked, I couldn't find any neutral ones. They have little caps, so even if your baby doesn't finish their pouch, like sometimes Reese is distracted and only eats half his pouch, you can just cap it and put it back in the fridge. It also works out really well if you are on the go and you have like a little lunchbox or a little container that you keep in your diaper bag with an ice pack. You can cap it and put it in there for a snack for later. So check them out. Super affordable, must have, because you will soon discover that children are obsessed with pouches and it really just gets tiresome when they just have them spilling everywhere. So get the toppers. My second essential is going to be a snack cup, and specifically one that does not have a removable lid. Learn from my mistakes. So I had gotten a meal set, a silicone meal set with the bib and the plates and the cups and whatever off of Amazon, and it came with a snack cup, and basically it could double as like an open cup, or you could put like the lid on it and reach inside, and I thought it was gonna be great. I wouldn't have to purchase a separate snack cup. Well, I should have known my son because I gave him the cup and within 2 seconds he had discovered how to take the lid off and just threw everything everywhere, and it was just a big mess, and I was like, okay, we're not doing that again. And so I went online and I ended up finding some snack cups very similar, but the fact that the top isn't removable, and I believe it's pronounced mushy or mushy, but basically it's like $15, tons of different colors, silicone material, but it has the same feature where you can go ahead and he can reach his hand in, grab some snacks out, and even if he wants to toss it around, it still has that protection because there is no lid that comes off. So grab a snack cup, but get one that does not have that removable lid, because I promise you, if there's a will, there's a way, and they will find out a way to remove that cap and throw that food everywhere. My next essential is to get a Montessori inspired or child size table and chairs. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, it doesn't have to be anything aesthetic, but definitely get something where your child can practice how to sit at the table, how to get in and out of their chairs, how to balance when they're not just buckled into their high chair. I do most of Reese's actual meals in his high chair, but I do almost all of his snacks at his little table, and it really surprised me with when I put him in his seat how he would just sit there and drink his sippy cup and eat his snack, and he wasn't trying to climb or trying to get down or trying to do anything. Like, he actually was just sitting there present, and then he learned very quickly how to get out of the chair, how to get in the chair, how to push the chair. And so I think I might have underestimated his abilities just because he is so young, but I guess that's kind of what all the Montessori moms preach about, you know, giving the opportunity, and you'll be surprised with what they can do. So I just recommend you get a table, and not only will be good for snack times, but activities when they get a little bit older, and I just think it's a really good multifunctional piece. But you can definitely start it out at 11 months like I did, and it has worked out fantastic. My next essential is going to be shoes. Now, I realize this is a bare minimum essential when you think about let's clothe my child, but it's kind of controversial. You'd be surprised with people are like, no, don't put baby in shoes, or you should put baby in shoes, and it needs to be a specific brand, and I don't know, make your own decisions. But Reese basically is really starting to get mobile. I talked about how he really picked that up in his 9 to 10 month essentials, but now he is definitely showing that interest even even when we leave the house, not wanting to be held, wanting to get down. And so Crocs maybe aren't the most aesthetically pleasing to some, but they're fantastic because they can get wet. They're easy to put on with socks, without socks. You can flip them and put them in sport mode. Like, they're just a 10 out of 10 in my opinion when it comes to kids' shoes. And Reece also has like thick, square feet, and so they fit good on his feet because some shoes kind of are too snug and they cut off like circulation. So think about getting a good pair of shoes that will work for different stages as you're hitting into different seasons with your kid. My next essential is going to be dirty diaper bags for your diaper bag. Now, I know a lot of us have diaper genies or munchkin steps in our nursery for those stinky diapers, but you're going to want to make sure when your child is a year old that you have those travel bags for those stinky diapers. Because I promise you, when your baby poops and it stinks, you don't want to be that person that has to just throw that diaper in someone's trash can and stink up their entire house. Don't do it. Just grab these bags. You can keep them right in your diaper bag. You can buy them bulk off of Amazon. You just wrap your diaper up in like a little like sandwich baggy looking thing and toss it in the garbage and you're good. It is the best investment and it works out really well if you ever have something else you want to put that's kind of damp or wet or sticky. You have those on deck where you don't have to pack anything extra. So just make sure you have some poop bags. You're also going to want to make sure that you have really good snack containers for on the go. Reece is constantly snacking, and so we have, containers that are specifically for puffs and specifically for crunchies, and I can just keep track depending on if they're getting low. I know what I need to refill with. They also have one that's like a 6 container where you can spin it and you can open up so you can store like 6 different snacks in there. That works out really well without the option of them to just throw it everywhere because it only unlocks one category at a time. So that's a great option, but you want to just make sure you have some sort of a solution to keep your snacks fresh and keep your snacks on deck because you do not want a hangry toddler on your hands. Reece definitely can eat, and I make sure that I always have that stocked up, and just having those containers keeps me organized and I don't even have to think about what to pack. Just check the containers and I'm good to go. My next essential is going to be an open cup. Now, you can totally just use any of the cups you have in your house. I'm bougie, and so I got a specific one off of Amazon. I think it's called a reflow cup. I could be totally wrong, but basically it's just a cup with a little stopper in it that just slows the speed that the water comes out so he can practice drinking without drowning with just a bunch of water pouring on him. So you'll want to make sure you are introducing that on a frequent basis. Reece is always pretty much just drinking out of his sippy cup with a straw at this point, but I do offer that occasionally with his snacks so he can practice. You'll want to make sure that you are keeping a wet bag as well in your diaper bag. Like I said, since Reece is eating and snacking a lot, he tends to get very messy because he's independent with it. So you're just going to want to make sure that you have a spot to put those soiled and wet clothes. Ours is from Itsy Ritzy. It works out well. I use it a lot of times in the summertime too for keeping his wet bathing suit in there. But just tuck that into your diaper bag so you don't have to even think about packing it. Leave it at the bottom. It folds up very, very small, but it's definitely a lifesaver when you're out and about. Another essential I cannot stress enough is really just making sure you have extra clothes in your diaper bag. And I know some people are like, Alyssa, I know to pack my baby extra clothes. Like, I'm telling you, like, when they get a year old, like, I don't know how this kid gets so dirty, but he just, like, does. I don't know if it's a boy thing or what, but I just feel like every time I turn my back, he's just like covered in something sticky or wet, and I'm just like, ew. So make sure that you always have a backup to the backup clothes, because I have had times where I have changed Reece and then like 20 minutes later he is soaking wet from something, or he spilled something on his shirt and we need another outfit change. I'm finding that this is way more common now. We obviously had that a lot more when he was younger, when he would split up or blow out, and then we had like that gap from like 4 months to like 9 or 10 months where it was never really a problem. And then once Reece discovered that he wanted to be independent and do everything himself, we've kind of rerun into this problem. So just make sure you are preparing yourself for the mess and you're setting yourself up for success by having those extra clothes, and you can put it in that wet bag when you're done with it and you want to tuck it in for when you get home. My last essential is going to be an object permanence box. Reece really has shown an interest in putting things inside of things, curious if you can take it out and if it's still there, and I think that it's really cool that he is smart enough in a sense to have learned this at this point. And so I used to be able to take something away and just quickly hide it under a pillow and he would forget about it, and now if I take something away, quickly hide it under a pillow, like that boy will go to that pillow come hell or high water to get what I put behind there. He is not forgetting. So you'll want to go ahead and just snag a toy off of Amazon. We got ours thrifted off of Facebook Marketplace, but just something for them to practice that hiding and find and hiding and find. It'll keep your baby busy for so long. It's definitely a toy favorite right now. So grab that right off of Amazon, Target. I know there's different Play subscriptions you can get as well, but some sort of object permanence box will be the best thing that you can do for your child right now. And that pretty much does it, guys. We have completed a whole year of essentials. Like, that's crazy. Comment down below when you found me. How old was Reece? What was the first video you saw? Because we have been here and we are moving on to 1-year-old essentials, 1-year-old summer essentials. So don't think just because this series is over that it's gonna stop. Your girl always likes to share must-have and essentials as he continues to get older and different seasons and activities occur. So please make sure to like and subscribe so I know you like these kinds of videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.